folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at this guy right here, Onitama. It is a two-player abstract strategy game with a pretty neat theme wrapped around it, an old world Japanese type theme where martial artists are battling each other in a courtyard for supremacy or honor or whatever you might say, but the whole idea here is that it's a two-player abstract strategy game. Let's get down to the table and I'll show you. In a game of Onitama, each player takes on the role of a master with his students, a martial arts master with his students, and they are sparring or having a battle in this courtyard. And the whole point is to either defeat your opponent's master or to get your master onto the opponent's master's spot, which is denoted by this little chair here, blue for this side and red for that side. The way you do that is by playing these cards. There are 16 cards that come in the game, and you only use 5 of them every game. So there is a lot of replayability there and a lot of different combinations that will come out with each of the different games that you'll play. But the way you play a card is by simply looking at the card. The black space on the card denotes where the pawn that you're going to move currently rests. And then the other colored boxes that are on the card denote where that pawn can move if you choose to use this card. So the way that the game begins is that each person is dealt 2 cards from the stash of 16, and then 1 is set outside here, over here, as the exchange card. And then we look at the stamp that's in the bottom right-hand corner of the card. If it's a blue one, blue side goes first. If it's a red stamp, red side goes first. We see it's a blue stamp, so blue goes first, and they take the first move. So we're going to go ahead and play the boar, and we're going to have our one guy go forward. This is where he was. He's moving 1 step forward. And then we take the ox card as ours, and boar goes over here like so. And then red would take a very similar move. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and use crab, and move him forward 1 right there. Then that means they would take the boar card, and crab would stay out here. Coming back, we're going to use ox and move our guy forward 1 more time, which means we get crab, ox goes back out, and then the other person gets to choose theirs. We're going to go ahead and go with boar and move him forward 1 here, which means that we now get ox and boar stays out in the middle. And now, and if you ever have the opportunity to take another person's pawn, it's if you would move onto them. For example, blue is going to play tiger here, and tiger allows you to move 2 spaces forward from where you currently are, which means you would take this guy and he would be removed from the game. Tiger goes here, boar comes here, and then the blue player would have their turn to go, and they're going to go ahead and play crane and move this guy up forward 1, giving him tiger, and crane being the exchange card now. And that's how the game plays until, like I said earlier, you capture your opponent's master, or you get your master into the opponent master's space. Another thing to mention is that you must make a move on your turn. The only time that you can pass is if it is impossible for you to take a turn. If it is impossible for you to legally make the moves of the 2 that are in front of you, then you can pass. But even if you don't want to make a move, but you do have a legal move, you must take that move. You can never just pass just because the move or the only move that you can make would put one of your pawns in trouble or possibly even lose you the game. You must take a turn unless you cannot take a turn. So that is Onitama. I am not one that enjoys abstract strategy games. I really shy away from them at best. Now, this one, however, is one that I warmed up to very quickly because it does not take itself too seriously, but at the same time, it stays very elegant, very thinky. You are engaged in the game from start until finish. And sometimes you can see the writing on the wall where you are about to be defeated, but there's always that chance, that hope that your opponent will make a mistake or something to that effect. So I do enjoy this abstract strategy game, whereas I don't enjoy most other ones. Now, why do I enjoy this one and not the other ones? Well, chess is a game that I do actually enjoy. I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy it. And this has a very chess-like feel to it, except that the limited moves, the fact that you can see which moves your opponent is going to make, and you also are going to be using the same cards as your opponent is using, all of that combines for a lot of information that would normally be hidden in a two-player strategy game like this. I like the fact that everything is out there, and the nuance there that if you get beat, it's because you gave your opponent the opportunity to make that winning move because you gave them that card. You will play all of the 5 cards that will be in this game, in each game that you play. So the decisions that you have to make are incredibly important. And that seems like a stressful situation, but it really isn't. It's just a lot of fun. I've seen games that are over in just a couple of minutes because a person was able to capitalize on moves better than the opponent was able to. I've seen games go 20, 25 minutes because it is a back and forth and the people are down to just a few pawns combined. I've seen a lot of different kind of games be played with Onitama, and it all captures that chess-like feel. Oh, if I just didn't make that one mistake, I probably could have won. Or because I made the superior move here and they couldn't see ahead. You know, all of that, I really enjoy it a lot. Now, I will say that I'm not a huge fan of the pawns in the game. They just have a weird look to them, but that is a minor nitpick. The neoprene mat that comes as the board is beautifully designed. I really enjoyed the art and design that went into that. I also enjoy how the different cards that we use in each game, this character that I'm only supposing, and I think it's true, this character means crane, and the artist that wrote the calligraphy went to the extent of making that calligraphy have a semblance of a crane. So there is, you know, the tiger and the ox, where that character here looks like an ox. You know, he has the horns up there and everything like that. I think that's a really cool design choice where they used some space that might have been dead space on the card and made it an artistic stamp. And that just is a really cool idea in my opinion. The game plays very quickly. More often than not, it is a filler game, but it is one of those games I found that every time you play it, the person across the table says, hey, let's play it again. You know, no matter if they won or lost, they want to play it again. And this is the kind of game that gets played multiple times in a game night by a lot of different people, because the two people that are playing it they want to play it more than once. And then other people that are watching, they want to play it. And then they want to play it more. And this is a game that I can highly recommend. You know, just because it's on Dice Tower Essentials lines, no. Whether it's on Dice Tower Essentials or not, this is a game that I would have recommended to a lot of different people. I liked it before it was the Dice Tower Essentials. That's kind of one of the reasons why it is because we all liked it before it became a Dice Tower Essentials line game. So that is Onitama. I'm going to give this a strong 9 out of 10 as abstract games go. This is one of the games that I have wanted in my collection ever since the first time I've played it, and now that I have it in my collection, it's going to stay for as long as I can tell, because it is just that game that I really enjoy. And I just have a lot of fun out of it, even though it's an abstract strategy game, and I usually don't like them. So a strong 9 out of 10 from me. That's Onitama. We'll see you on the flip side, folks.